Hello. Today I'll be continuing the tier list videos. This time I'm gonna do the ranged DPS. As always, please remember, disclaimer, any one of these specs are still currently clearing 25s, 26, 27s, so any class can be played. It's all about the player and the group you're playing with. So please have that in mind. And with that, we're gonna start. So first on, we're gonna start with the balanced druid. They're looking really not bad this tier, so I'm still gonna be putting them high B tier. The reason for that is that their damage is still extremely ramp reliant, so without a ramp they can't really compete with the instant burst of some of the other classes. Next one is gonna be Affliction Warlock. This is actually one of my favorite specs. I love this one. I think it's really fun, but it's really not good. It's really badly tuned. I mean, the ramp time is actually not bad, but the pure numbers are just not there. So they're not clearing quite as high as anyone else on the list. Next one, Destruction Warlock. A bit of the same. Their tier list has been extremely disappointing compared to the rest of the specs, and they can't really compete that much. Once again, their ramp time is way too high, so they don't really have the chance to get up and ramping. So next one, Devastation Evoker. They're also going to be placed in meh, because their numbers aren't really there. Super dull class to play. Demo Warlock is going to be an S tier. Quite possibly one of the strongest ranged DPS this tier. Their tier set is super great for the rest of their toolkit. They bring a lot to a group. Mass stun, combat res, single target stun, and a lot of CC in general. Really good class, really high damage output. So, next one is gonna be the Marksmanship Hunter. They kind of fall in the same category. Sounds super awesome, but the numbers just aren't really there. Especially because a hunter is one of the most squishy classes in the game. And as soon as you start pushing the higher hierarchies, a lot of the self-reliance and not just relying on a healer to keep you up is super important compared to lower keys. So, next one, Beast Mastery Hunter. That's also going to be an S tier. Their damage is just through the roof, super simple to play. They have a massive advantage over the other ranged specs in that they can do their full rotation, have full uptime on their damage, and be on the move at the same time. Next one, Arcane Mage. It's gonna be a low B tier. Their ramp time and their cooldown deficiency is really holding them back. You can ramp every 45 seconds or so, either with a really big ramp or a small ramp, and that's really not good for keys. Next one, Elemental Shaman. Kinda the same. It's fine, not really there just yet. Shadow Priest, the former king, is gonna be a meh, because after they nerfed Mass Dispel and PI and their damage all in general, their damage is okay, but can't really be compared to, for instance, Demo Warlock or Beast Mastery Hunter. Next one, Frost Mage. Frost Mage is actually not bad. They're doing really good damage. Their tier set is really helping them in small crowd AoE, and in general it's just super fun to play. They bring a lot of utility to a group too, since they have their bloodlust and a tremendous amount of slows. Next one, Fire Mage, about the same as the Frost. Do basically the same thing, just without the slows, but they have a higher burst. And on the Tyrannical week, the Fire Mage is gonna be dominant over the Frost, but in Fortified, the Frost is gonna be dominating over the Fire, so they're about the same, and it's really, really fun to play both specs. Next one is gonna be in the next video. That was all of the Ranged. Holy damn. I'm missing one because he's not on the list down there. And that's the Augmentation Evoker. It should come to as no surprise for anyone that an Augmentation Evoker is gonna be an S tier. They are super ridiculously strong. Their new 4 set is so good for 5-man content, and they are just a force to be reckoned with. They can, if you're playing the highest of the highest of the highest keys, and we're also gonna be seeing this in the MDI, an Evoker can't really be missed out. So they're probably gonna be mandatory for every group. But yeah, that was my take on the Ranged DPS. I hope you liked the video. If you wanted to see the rest of the specs I have already placed, like tanks and healers, please go down and watch the other 2 videos. Next video is gonna be on the melee DPS, as they are the only one we're missing. So until next time, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.